So you can't get caught. You can't get caught up in this stuff that these killer brews is talking about. We give all praise and we give all honor unto Yah, for He's worthy. He's worthy to be praised. Let me do something right quick. Gotta check this. It's okay. Shalom, shalom alaikum, my brother from another mother. I see you. Shalom. So, like I said off of camera, many that are coming into the truth, and they begin to find out about the Sabbath. It's like I was talking to Sister Geraldine off of camera. It is impossible to be saved, as one would say. A lot of people say they're saved. You don't get saved overnight. You don't get saved in baptism. That's not when you get saved. You get saved through walking out your soul and your salvation. Your soul and your salvation. These things have to be walked out. These things have to be worked out. This scripture walkthrough, so I'm going to do a little health. What we used to call it, Queen? Health watch. Health watch. A lot of people eat meat, Sister Geraldine, to consume protein. To consume protein. They are told by physicians and told by YouTube. And you look at bodybuilders and weightlifters, they talk about all the chicken and all the beef they eat. Well, let's tell the truth. All protein comes from plants. All protein comes from plants. A plant is the only living thing that has an ability to transform one thing into another thing, which is protein. So, for those people who eat meat and claim that they are getting protein, that's recycled protein. Because cows have to eat plants to get their protein. To get their protein, they have to eat plants. Okay? The strongest animals in the world are gorillas, elephants, rhinoceros, hippopotamus. None of those eat meat. They are all plant eaters. The things that we are experiencing in our body, it comes from us eating meat, processed meat that is really, it should not be consumed by humans. It should not be consumed by humans. If you take a formulation of all the plant-based things, such as beans, high in protein, broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, those things are going to be less as potent as pecans and pistachios and almonds. But you gotta remember that almonds, they are fatty. They are fatty, so you have to watch your consumption even on those. But when you talk about eating sweet potatoes and things like that, you gotta remember they hold a lot of water. So the holding of the water, it dilutes down the protein that's in it. So when you combine those beans and those sweet potatoes and those broccolis and those kales and those greens, you have more than a sufficient enough of calorie intake. Because calorie intake is the only thing that a person would be concerned about dealing with a plant-based lifestyle. I don't like to say diet, a plant-based lifestyle. So that was our health watch. You know, a lot of what we don't understand is we think eating a steak or eating fish is how you get protein. Well, ask yourself, how do you get the protein in them? Because they built like us. You understand me? They have to eat too. So if they have to eat to get their protein from plants, why are we eating them trying to get our protein? When you want to heal your body, you begin to heal your body not at the bottom of a pill bottle, but at the end of a fork. And it takes a high and great demand of discipline. And not only does it take discipline, it takes a great degree of restraint. That is a word that Yah has been pressing upon me, that one word, restraint. And I see a lot of adults do not have a great system of restraint because their first words is, I'm grown. I pay my own bills. Can't nobody tell me what to do. Okay, well, you continue to struggle in your body because can't nobody tell you what to do concerning a body that you obviously don't know what to do and how to heal it. So my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge because they reject the knowledge. They reject the knowledge. They reject this simple knowledge, like I'm telling people now. They reject this simple knowledge. It is rejected. And that's simple as I could give it to you. Plant-based diet. You should not take proteins that are milk-based protein, soy protein, and whey protein. Those proteins are garbage. You need to have a protein that is plant-based because all protein is made by plants. And plants alone. And then when you start talking about the integrity of the brain, then you have to understand how to feed the brain because the brain does not feed off of protein. It doesn't feed off of protein at all. And when you put too much protein in your body has to break it down, which is not good for your body. So we have to be more aware, and we got to begin to slow. We got to get out of this rat race, running. We racing, and we're not sitting down to take time to study. Fight for you. Fight for you. If you were turning your Bibles to Yehoshua, you call it Joshua, Yehoshua. Chapter 23. Yehoshua, Joshua chapter 23. And a lot of people are putting the horse before the cart. And when you put the horse before the cart, that's like putting the flesh before the spirit. You're putting your flesh before the spirit. The spirit is last. And the only reason you are getting to do this because the flesh is weak and the spirit is strong. So that's the only reason we as mankind are even surviving. Because of the spirit. Because our spirit is so strong, and our spirit, it allows us some luxuries that really are bondage. They lead us straight into bondage. These luxuries lead us into bondage. And they begin to impede on the spirit. Uh, the other thing that we are not doing as a people is we're not getting more knowledgeable, becoming more knowledgeable in economics and what is called the barter system. Bartering. The bartering system is one of the strongest systems that was ever and has ever been introduced to mankind. Brief example of a bartering system: you need your house painted. I need my 4 acres cut. So you agree to cut my 4 acres of land for 6 months, and I paint your house. That makes all men, all women wealthy, because it takes away the rat race and everybody is working and no one can defraud the other person. Once you begin to introduce weights, beams, and scales, well, you have money changers, and they would read the scale to cheat you. See, you can't cheat a man if we swap and work. See, you always set some things up and put some things in play that will fight for you. That's how y'all say, I will fight for you, because there's some things that he had in place that are error-free. Man has come up with things that have great error, and they operate in those things that have great error. So man has begun to fall for the love of money. For the love of money. When y'all say fight for you, it means that I have a system. If you come in my system and operate in my system and find somebody like mine that operates in my system, I have already conquered. I have already fought for you. Y'all does not have to do fighting our business, already done. The reason why we are the way we are in this situation is because our people are not educating themselves on economics. You can never stop growing in wisdom and knowledge and truth. You can never stop that. Listen, that is a journey. And a journey does not have a destination. Journeys do not have destinations. You go from one journey on another journey, on another journey, on another journey. Many people think that a journey is a destination. A journey is not a destination. Because this is what keeps us in the place and in the plane of Yah. Because there is no end to Yah. So if there is no end to Yah, how can there be an end to your learning? There is no mastering Yah, so how can there be an end to mastery? I'm talking because these things produce what Yah has had planned for man since the beginning of time. Listen to the book. Starting in chapter 6, for chapter 23, verse 6. Be ye therefore very courageous, and keep. That word keep can be guard, and do all that is written in the book of the law of Moshe. That is a construct. That is a order of protection. You know how people go and they get restraining orders, an order of protection? This is a order of protection. This is a restraining order. This is a restraint. This teaches you restraint. How to restrain from the cares and the things of the world. This is a very powerful system. This system is so powerful and it is so complex, but it is so simple at the same time. I have never seen in my entire life complexity and simplicity balled up into one element. Because the mind of Yahweh, he begins to let you through different corridors of his mind and different corridors of his thinking. You begin to say, oh man, that was so simple. That was so easy. Once you have conquered, you understand? I never get to say these things on the beginning of my journey. Oh, this is easy. But once I have come into a place of mastery and a place where I have the upper hand, then I begin to say, oh, that's easy. And people are like, no, that's not easy. It's not easy to lose 100 pounds. That's not easy. It's not easy to keep that weight off. It's because you lack application. And only through application will you have the reward of saying, I mean, that was so simple. I should have been did that. Why ain't they do this? You know? Because now your math that you struggle with in school, Queen in Kingston, once you master it, oh, this is easy. This is so easy. I've seen my daughter cry when she first started school. I've seen my son cry when they couldn't figure out the math, was having problems with the reading. But once they begin to master it, you first go on that job where you work. I don't want to say where you work. It was difficult. The kitchen was moving fast. People was moving, going here, going there, and it was frustrating at first. But once you got involved in the system, you became Ikar. You became one who flowed with the system. So when new people come in and they complain and tell you they're going to quit, you know, don't quit. It's easy. But it wasn't easy for you when you first started. See, I always have to remember that this was not an easy thing for me when I first started. As I think about my niece, Leslie Kay, I understand where she is because I underwent those complications that she's going through mentally. She's going through complications. And she's complicating things because she wants the same things that I want. She wants answers. And she wants results in her life. But she doesn't know how to apprehend those things. And I too, when I first came into this word and I began to read and I didn't understand any of it, I began to get frustrated. And frustration makes a person wants to quit. When a person is frustrated, when a person is overwhelmed and a person is overconsumed, they want to quit. But I found a way to watch for when I'm overwhelmed, and that's when I push through. That's when I push hard. I start to look for the time when I get frustrated because there's no quit in me. My spirit will never quit. My flesh will always give up. My flesh will always come and say, you tired, you can't go no more. And I call on my spirit. I say, spirit, man, I need to finish this. And the spirit will come upon me. And I'm able to finish my duties and my chores. I'm able to finish what I do in 110, 120 degree heat. Well, when somebody's just walking through the heat at the store, they're about to faint. But I'm laboring in it like it's nothing. Because I'm under the cohesion of the spirit, not flesh. I have disassociated myself with flesh, daughter, when you see your daddy moving that sun and you see me work. I have disconnected myself with the flesh because the flesh is weak. But the spirit is always with him, but the flesh is weak. So mentally, my mind had to be rewired for this. It had to be rewired for this. My mind had to be rewired to overcome these type of things. So the Bible says, be ye therefore courageous to guard and to do all that is written in the book of the law. Law meaning instructions. Don't get caught up on the word law. You need to take the word law back into the Hebrew, back into the root word, because the word law does not mean an enforcement. Law means to teach and to instruct and to correct. That's what law means. Law means that I have come to instruct you on what you should not do and what you should do. That's why we have 200 and something positive and 300 and something with negative. We have negative and positive. The positive is what you should do. The negative is when y'all says thou shalt not. That's negative. When y'all says what you should do, that's positive. That's the 613, but they are diverse. They are divided. Just like the 10 Commandments are divided into two sections. The first 4 commandments teach you how to serve our Heavenly Father, and the next 6 teach you how to serve your brother, your neighbor. Fight for you. Y'all has already fought. It said that you turn not aside therefrom to the right hand or to the left. So when we begin to turn to the right and we begin to turn to the left, then we begin to fight for ourselves. We are no longer, listen. We are no longer allowing y'all to fight for us. In order for y'all to fight for us, we have to stay in his ranks. When you leave his ranks, you are on your own. You're on your own. You have to fight for yourself. And I promise you, when you begin to fight for yourself, you will become very, 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 very weary one day. And broken down one day. Because man does not live by bread alone, but every word, the law. The word is law. The word he left is the governing agent over me. It governs me. It is the final authority on earth. His word. Once you override his word, y'all can't fight for you. When you override his word. Yes. Drinking and driving, promiscuousness, inordinate affection, homosexuality, fornication, adultery, all these things. All these things. We begin to break rank. And once we begin to break rank, we pay a penalty. We pay a penalty for breaking rank. Listen, our problem is this. If we do something that we know is negative, that is error, we know better. And nothing happens in the first day, first week, first month. It's a trap. Because we keep going to the right. That's why he says, I'm going to read it to you. I'm trying to break it down. He says, don't turn to the right hand or to the left. That's turning to the right hand and to the left, because he's saying, oh, I ain't destroyed. Oh, I ain't dead. Oh, ain't nothing happened. Ain't nothing happened to you yet. Yes. Go ahead. And when I say ain't nothing happened to you yet, see, we so selfish, self-centered. I knew I had to change to protect my offspring. Okay. My children. Yes. Because there's things that I could have done that would affect my children. That's how children are born with AIDS and HIV. Yes. Because the thing that their parent did, it affects their children. That's how some children are born into poverty in bad situations. Because their parents didn't take the necessary steps that they would need to protect their offspring. So I was not self-centered. I knew that I had to become stable in order to lead and to guide a wife, a congregation, my children, family, and friends. I would have to have stability and restraint. I could not do the same thing that they were doing, not because I was better, but because I knew better.
All right, okay, yes.
So because I know better, I do better. I don't have to be better than you. I just want to distance myself from the pack. I'm a leader. I don't do well in packs. I don't do well in packs. Packs have a lot of chaos. I see it amongst the Hebrews, and I see it amongst the church. There's a lot of chaos. They are a very chaotic people. They keep talking about, oh, if you ain't keeping the Sabbath and this stuff. Man, let me tell you something. If you believe in salvation, you ain't get saved in one night. So what makes you think just because you tell somebody about the Sabbath, they're supposed to quit their job? Man, come on, man, be for real. I'm talking real. Oh, y'all ain't keeping the Sabbath. So I thought that say, man, listen, y'all don't understand time. Y'all don't understand region, territory, and you definitely don't understand the mind of y'all. You read this black and white word as if reading made you a scholar or a theologian. When it is the Spirit of Yah alone, I can't save nobody. I don't have the ability to save nobody, but I have an ability through Yah to lead by example. And for people to start seeing what Yah is rendering and releasing. They harp on this. Oh, this, pastor that. You wasting your energy. Because you're not leading by example. You leading as an enemy. You coming at them as an enemy. I didn't come in this thing to make enemies. I had enough of those already. Which was me and self. My own biggest enemy. My own greatest enemy. I destroy me. There's nothing outside of me that has the power or the ability to destroy me. And when I say me, I should say there's nothing outside of me that has the ability to destroy the I am in me, the Yah in me. Nothing can destroy the soul. Nothing can destroy the spirit. Only the flesh. That's why you always say, fear not him who can kill the flesh, who can destroy the flesh. You need to fear him who can destroy the flesh and the spirit.
All right.
Listen to the book. He said that you come not among these nations, these that remain among you, neither make mention of the name of their deities. And it has small G-O-D-S in the King James, and I really scoff and I laugh at them putting the G-O-D in a lowercase. What does that serve? Oh, that's supposed to let you know what? One God from another God? Well, what is the name of this lower God you have here? What is his or her name? And what is his name that has the big G and the big O and the big D? What is his name? Because the Bible tells me not to serve their deity. You got gods, nor cause to swear by them, neither serve them, nor bow yourself unto them. So if you're saying that there is a capital G and there is a smaller G, but the pronunciation out of my mouth is still God, what's the difference? There's no difference. If I'm speaking and saying God, the difference is when you subject one to the name. Oh, you talking about Osiris? Oh, you talking about Achilles? Oh, you talking about Horus? Oh, you talking about Allah? Oh, you talking about Yahweh? Oh, okay. I get it. What you have to understand in your Western mindsets, you have been programmed for the West, and this book is an Eastern instrument. This book is an instrument. I don't even like to call it a book. I call it an instrument of Yah. Because book is Bible. Bible, when you take it and you translate it back to where it comes from, is Biblia. Biblia, it means book. So when you're saying Holy Bible, you're only saying Holy Book. I say Holy Instrument, an instrument of Yah, because this is the sword. This is a sword. This is Yah's glittering sword. When he pulls back his glittering sword and comes forth. Because I'm not a man of the flesh, I'm a man of the spirit. So I don't deal with flesh. Everything I do, listen, I'm going to tell you. The analogy y'all is dropping me. He said, tell y'all this. I eat plants, which is the word of Yah, the Eastern mindset of Yah, because this book comes from the East. I eat it that way because I'm getting all my protein from the plant. A lot of people are eating animals and they are getting recycled protein. They are getting a recycled word and they are trying to come forth with something that has been recycled. What I'm saying is this, what Yah has given me the ability to do is to deal with the organic and not what's been processed. Because when you leave this book in this proper state too long, it is processed. It's processed. Too many things have been changed. And I often tell people, look, you come into it like this, but when you come into, you got to start coming into the Hebrew side of it. You got to get you a Strong's to start with, Concord, and you got to start going back and finding out the meaning of words, the root meaning of the word. And that's where people stop their studies. But they want to be scholarly. You cannot be a scholar and all you know is English. You can't be a scholar and all you know is English. In order to be a scholar, you have to indulge yourself in the Semitic language. Starting off with Hebrew, dealing with a little Aramaic, a little country form. Listen to the book. But cleave unto Yah your Abba, as you have done unto this day. Yah is fighting for you. It's carried out when you fight like he tells you to. When you fight like he tells you to. Watch this. In verse 6, Yah's going to tell you how to fight. Be ye therefore very courageous to keep and to do all that is written in the book of instructions. The instructions that was given unto Moshe. Those were instructions. You see law. So you scuff because you get in the second writing. The law was done away. How the law done away with? So instructions, the instructions were done away.
Wow.
Are you one of them people who buy something brand new and the first thing you do when you open it, you throw the instructions away and try to put it together?
Go ahead on.
And wind up with extra pieces.
Go ahead on. Go ahead on.
People don't even want to take time to read instructions. Brand new stuff. Won't read instructions. My daughter got on me. It was something I was doing. It was a remote control. University. She said it wasn't her, but it was her. And she said, yeah, you still reading that? You still reading the instructions? I said, yes. Because when I get done reading, I want to have a mastery of it. So I'm not struggling. That remote work, don't it? Work everything back, that don't it? I did it like what? Because I took the necessary time. Sure, I probably could have got it to work, but I wouldn't have known the functionality of it, and I wouldn't be able to do it again if something go wrong with it. I needed the knowledge. I don't need for the motor to work. I need to own the knowledge. That's another thing. People, they don't want the knowledge. They just want stuff to work in their life. Oh, I don't care about all that. I don't need. I just want. You just want. Okay. So y'all fighting for you is carried out when and only when you fight like he tells you to. So y'all said, be ye therefore very courageous to keep and to do all that is written in the book of instructions of Moshe, that ye turn not aside therefrom to the right hand or to the left. Verse 9. For Yahweh have driven out from before you great nations and strong. So when I began to take this book and I began to eat like he told me to eat, I began to pray, I began to fast like he told me to do, I began to observe his feast day like he told me to do, guess what? That strong man, that enemy that was within me, got expelled. It got cast out. It was gone. Cast out. The minute I turn to the left or to the right, a greater enemy shows up. Because the enemy finds out I have no restraint in that area. So the area where I have no restraint, that is where what you would call the enemy is strengthened. Possess great strength in those areas, defeat that enemy. I don't care what you do. If you don't possess a restraint in that area, then you will remain defeated. Okay, how long you pray or fast? You're going to need some restraint. You're going to need to be obedient. You're going to need those things. People, listen. If the spirit is more important than anything, than any of your faculties, if the spirit is more important, then why are so many people serving the flesh? And then saying, it's all right, he loves me just like I am. Okay. So show me in the Bible where it says he loves your flesh. Show me in the Bible where it says that our Creator love your flesh. Whether you call him Allah, whether you call him Buddha, whether you call him Ra, whatever you call him, Harzos, whoever you call him. If who you serve love your flesh, you serving the wrong thing. You serving the wrong thing. And you don't know what you serving. And you don't know who you serving if it love your flesh. Because if you come out of this book, y'all ain't in love with your flesh. I don't care who says so. For Yahweh have driven out from before me. It get personal. See, too many people read in the third person. I teach that too. Stop reading in the first person. Because you read it as if, oh, that's them. Your mind already wired, so you read it as a story. I read it as a living life table of my own. So when I read it as such. For y'all have driven out from before me great nations and strong. But as for you, no man have been able to stand before you unto this day. So when I come back again, I'm going to read it again. Where I interject me. For Yah have driven out from before me great nations and strong. But as for me, no man have been able to stand before me until this day. Why is that man able to stand before me this day? Because I have went left, I have went right. Because Yah has instructed me on how to fight the strong. Yah have instructed me on how to fight the me and the self. You got to understand that me is the thinker. Self is the doer. You got a thinker, which is me. Then when somebody tell you something, you begin to ponder on it. You begin to think. That's the me. That's the me in you. That's the me. And then self, old dumb and stupid. That's the one who, he's the doer. Self is the one, well, let me try it then. Because the me have been instructed and laying down the law. See, when I lay down the law to my children, I lay down instruction. And any parent, anybody watching me, when you lay down the law to your wife, you're laying down instructions. Stop playing with these words. And come on up and raise the standard. Yahweh say, if I shall be lifted up, I shall draw all men unto me. One man of you shall chase 1,000. Verse 10. One man of you shall chase 1,000, for Yah, your Abba, he that fighteth for you. As he have promised. This is a promise. Yah is not a man that he can lie. Promised it. He promised me that if I guarded his teachings, his direction, and I began to live out loud. That's what I renamed LOL for myself. Live out loud. Live out loud. See, a lot of people won't hang around for the entirety of these type of teachings is because they don't have restraint. They go, they come, they do what they want to do, they say what they want to say, but they don't have discipline when it comes to the law, to Yah. They have discipline when it comes to the word. Go here, do that, eat this, go to the gym. You understand me? But when it comes to the discipline that the spirit is required to have, they don't have it. But they discipline the flesh for worldly things to make the body look good. Jog, run, lift weights, all that stuff, which is good. But you're leaving the more weightier matter undone, which is your spirit. Listen to the book. Take good heed, therefore, unto yourselves, that you love Yahweh, your Abba. Now, verse 12, he go problematic, see? And I'm going to show y'all what people call the devil, too. I'm going to show y'all what you call the devil. And a lot of y'all calling Yah, my Abba, the devil. I'm going to show y'all. Because you got a Western mind. You got a Western mind. See, you've been hardwired to believe in the devil. So you believe. Because that's what everybody done talked about your whole life. So I don't expect for you to get rid of that. Not off the bat. But through truth, you'll get rid of it. Because this book doesn't exalt anything called the devil. Listen, let me show you the problem. Verse 12. Else if you do any wise, it say, listen, let me break down this way. if you do any other thing, if you do any wise, go back and cleave unto the remnant of these nations. If you lose your restraint, and what he's saying is, verse 6, if you go back, if you go to the left, or if you go to the right, watch him now. Watch him. Even these that remain among you, and shall make merry with them, and go in unto them, and they to you, verse 13 is what y'all call the devil. No, listen, bet your body, it's the bottom line. He say, no, listen, this ain't no threat, this a promise. Difference between the threat and the promise. This coming to pass. Listen what the book says, verse 13. Know for a certainty that Yah will no more drive out any of these nations from before you. Y'all saying, I ain't finna help you drive out the nations. Why is he saying he's not going to help you? Because, see, we look for physical help. But y'all say, I send a spiritual help and from my word, my bane, my son, that if you would have guarded, verse 6, we got to go back. If you would have guarded my instructions that I gave Moses, woo,
Go ahead.
if you would have kept
Yes.
my instructions that I gave Moshe, my servant,
Go ahead.
watch him now. Woo. Y'all is always powerful. Know for a certainty that Yah, your Abba, will no more drive out any of these nations from before you. They go to but, they go to judge word. But they shall be snares and traps under you, and scourges in your side, and thorns in your eyes, until you perish off this good land which Yah, your Abba, have given you. Now, for everybody who believes in the devil, imps, demons, whatever you believe in, when you say that demons, they set snares and they set traps, right? Unto who? Unto me, unto you. And scourges in your sides and thorns in your eyes. Because the thorns in your eyes represent taking your eyes off the prize.
Go ahead.
Taking your eyes off the mark.
Go ahead.
So this is the devil that y'all claim the devil. This is what y'all say. Y'all say for a certainty. Like y'all ain't say for sure.
Yes.
Or for cheesy, whatever y'all say. Y'all say, look here, for sure. Know this. You say, know this now. Know this for a certainty that Yah will no more drive out any of these nations from before you, but they shall be snares. Y'all say the devil says, snare, I'll take your land and set it right in to show you. And traps. The Bible says, they got it written over there that he take those that will something. If I forget the verse. It says, but they shall be snares and traps under. Who shall be snares and traps under you? The nations. Other people. Other people that do not guard my instructions. That do not guard my correction. That do not guard my direction. That do not walk in my paths. Ask ye for the old paths. For in them, you have salvation. For in them, you have shalom. For in them, you have rest. Listen to the book. And scourges in your sides and thorns in your eyes until you perish from off the good land which Yah, your Abba, have given you. I keep telling y'all what the good land is. See, y'all always want to deal with this old physical mess. This is the good land right here. This is the land of milk and honey. Until I realized that this was the land of milk and honey, I devalued myself. I undervalued myself. And I didn't have a respect for this tabernacle. I didn't have respect for this cedar because Yah dwells in this cedar, and Yah looks as there thee. Yah dwells in this tabernacle, and he sits on the throne. This is the throne. That throne that they talking about, this is the throne. This is the throne. Highest part of your body is the Shamayim. You're trying to go out there. And behold, this day I am going the way of all the earth. And you know in all your mind and in all your souls that not one thing have failed of all the good things which Yah, your Abba, spoke concerning you. All are come to pass unto you. And not one thing have failed thereof. Therefore it shall come to pass that as all good things are come upon you, watch this here. He says it's going to come to pass. Which Yahweh, your Abba, promise you, so shall Yahweh bring unto you all evil things. He telling y'all ain't no devil. I don't know where y'all get this. See that word evil, all you got to do is put a D on the front of it. And then there go your devil. You need something to fight. You need something to fight against you. You need something to attack your body. I keep telling you, no, that's all that sugar you put in your body attacking you. That's all those starches you put in your, which turns into sugar. That's all this stuff you put in your body that ain't good. That's attacking your health. I done attacked some of our health so bad that it's beyond repair. I'll tell y'all what. Start praying to Yahweh this. Yahweh, my body is not a symbol. My body, my physical body, this carbon body, have not offended you. It is the spirit. It is the plane of the spirit that has disobeyed you, not this body. This body is just an instrument where I navigate through this world. Listen, where I navigate through this world. The reason why we can't master that, because we haven't mastered this. The master of this will allow you to master that, but you only can master this through the throne of Yah. There are things that look similar to this. People are operating in. But that is the spirit of an imposter. And Yahweh said, I will let those imposters stay in the land. He said, I will not drive them out the land. But he said, as for you, don't ask. I'm going to read it. Verse 7. That they come not among these nations, these that remain among you, neither make mention of the name that did not cause to swear by them, neither serve them, nor bow down yourself to them. That's what he's saying right there. He said disconnect, disassociate. Because they may look, how they live may look good. But the only thing good is what y'all say good. So because they got houses, cars, and money, I don't want it if y'all don't come with it. I don't want it. I promise you, I live under a bridge in the woods. If that's the only place y'all is with me, I promise you, and he know it. That's why he sustained. He said, no, you don't got to do that. You don't got to prove nothing to me. I already know you'll do it. I already know that's how you live. I know you're going to live in the woods. I know you're going to live on the bridge. If that's the only place that I will be. I ain't going to go live in no $10 million mansion and y'all ain't there.
Go ahead.
I don't want to drive no $5 million car and y'all ain't covering it.
All right.
I don't care about all-state coverage. I need y'all coverage on my car.
Go ahead on, yes.
I don't care about Geico coverage. I don't care about that. I don't care about State Farm coverage. I need y'all coverage on my car.
Okay.
I need y'all to cover me.
That's right. Go ahead.
I don't trust State Farm.
Go ahead.
I don't trust Allstate, but I trust y'all.
All right. All right.
My family ride in my car. So what's the good of me having a $2 million car And it ain't shielded and protected by y'all.
All right.
How is it shielded and protected by y'all? Because I guard his instructions. I guard his instructions, his correction. I live out loud. I live it out loud. Queen be looking at my son, ain't nothing special about y'all, daddy, other than I'm obedient unto y'all. That's what sets me apart. That's what makes me look such like a superhero. It's my obedience unto y'all to follow his instructions. And I don't follow what I see 50 or 500 or 5,000 or 50,000 or 5 million people doing. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care. Well, everybody doing it. No, I don't want that on my hands. If I want that, I can grow my own fingernails. Because what I need to learn how to restrain myself from biting off my nails. I need to learn some discipline. Don't fall into that trap with lazy folks. You understand what I'm saying? Some people nails won't grow. You understand me? You at the age where your nails can grow on their own. Some people's stuff can't grow because of medications. Some people can't do it. You don't need to follow that type of lead. Your hair grow. Grow it, you ain't got to sow it. Your nails grow, you put the right thing in your body, you taking that niacin, right?
Niacin. A biotin.
Both niacin and biotin. Be ye not conformed to this world, son. Be ye not conformed to this world, queen, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Don't follow what they doing. That's what this teaching is all about. I'm not following man. I don't care what. I ain't sagging my pants. I don't want no Chanel's. Got the money to buy. I don't want to buy no Chanel's. I don't want to buy no Gucci. I go to the Nike outlet and I spend 19. You know how daddy do. $19 to $30. Brand new. Them LeBrons, you see them, I waited. Yeah. I don't care about what's trending. Y'all trending in my life. Only trend I care about. New shoes look good. You can get a new pair of Hot Box shoes there, but because they new, they gonna look decent. Hot Box. Some shoes from Walmart, they brand new. They look decent. Listen to the book. Let me see something. Shalom, Paul Parker. Shalom. Let shalom. Listen to this book. Stop dealing with third person. Work yourself in first person in this book. Let you be the first person to absorb the impact. I absorb the impact of this word, and when I absorb it, look, this ain't written to Joshua. Them instructions what y'all gave Moshe was written unto me. And they were written for me. So when I make the Hajj to Mount Zion, I go up by reason of the fire. I'm not afraid about reading the fire, so I go up to receive this Torah. I go up to receive the laws and the statutes and the commandments on my own now because Moses can't speak.
That's right. Go ahead.
The governing word began to speak. The same word that y'all spoke to Moshe on Mount Zion, Yahweh speaking out his mouth unto me. And because y'all think this word coming from somebody or some man, y'all gonna bad. But when I hear y'all speaking, and I hear you use my voice, all I gotta do is read it, and that's y'all speaking to me. See, you wanna be so deep? When I speak, y'all uses my voice. This is his word. My governing body, my authority, my overseer. Because my overseer instructs me on consequence. Consequence is one of my greatest elders. Yes, consequence is an elder of mine. That's my elder. Because consequence tells me what the pay is. Consequence tells me what the wage. If I do that, consequence tells me what the wage is. Oh yeah. Go steal out that store and get caught. You going to jail. That's what I'm talking about. So that's consequence. That's a great instructor for me. Do you understand now? You understand? Yes. Consequence. Yes. Because before you go stealing, before you go siphoning gas out somebody's car, or steal, try to pickpocket somebody, consequence. That's what I'm talking about. Consequence is an elder. That's an overseer. But this spirit, it take a spiritual mind, it take an Eastern mind to see it through these type of eyes. If I could only lean y'all my eyes. See, y'all looking for physical things. I deal with spiritual things because no matter where I go, consequences there. When I step outside, y'all told Cain, he said, look, if thou doest what is right, all shall be well. He said, but if thou doest what is wrong, then consequence croucheth at the door. You call it sin. You call it sin, but I call so because sin has a wage, so that means that sin is a consequence. There are consequences of sin, and there's a wage that shall be dispersed upon you. So my elder that I brought out of the whole thing through the Spirit, consequence. That's why I watch what I say out of my mouth. Consequence, because my elder tell me, don't say that. If you say that, then you're not going to be able to be used because you're reducing yourself and you're making yourself common, because that's what common people do with no knowledge. You have too much wisdom and too much knowledge to reduce yourself down to where they are. Don't come from off the wall. Don't go down to the valley of oh no, as in Nehemiah. And Samuel was trying to get Nehemiah to come to the valley of oh no. And Nehemiah said, I ain't got time to come down to the valley of oh no. I got work to do. I'm a watchman on the wall. I got to blow the trumpet on fools like you, idiots like you. And now we don't need y'all help because you ain't got no part in this work. Nuggets. That's when I say, when I tell you, I had to rewire my brain, and I'm hardwired different than most men and women because I deal with my elders, with my ancestors, both. Elders are different from my ancestors, for me, because my elders are instructors. My ancestors are examples. My ancestors are examples, but my elders are instructors. So my ancestors, I began to read and look at the positives and the negatives that they did and what happened to them. And then my elders give me the instructions not to go down that path. See, consequence in a negative mind is bad. But in a positive, least of my consequence is the best thing that could ever happen to you. Because before you do it, you already done went through it. See, I don't have to go through a lot of stuff, Queen and Kingston. I don't have to go through a lot of stuff because I already been shown what the end gonna be. All right. I know what the end gonna be. You have sex to have babies. You hear what I say? That's what you have that for. You don't have that to have no good time. You don't have that for fun. And you don't have that for that to be a declaration of your love for a man. That ain't how you express it. A declaration, Keisha, that's not how you have, that's not something you do, sex, to express your declaration for love to a woman. That ain't what that's for. So because I know this, I already see the end on these, so I'll be like, you know what? You know what, woman? I ain't messing with you. Even as a married man, people still come at you. People still come like, look, you know, I know the end gonna be. I know the end of that stuff. No, I ain't going down. I don't care what you look like. I ain't going. And I tell a lot of people, look, don't come after me because you ain't gonna like me. You ain't gonna like me. You ain't gonna like. State your business. That's the first thing I do. State your business. Throw people off. Throw people off their roster. When folk come to you and they like trying to talk you for the relationship, you say to them, state your business, sir. What you want?
All right.
What do you want?
State your business.
Ask my wife. Ask my wife. Ask my wife. My mind wired different. Because I don't have time to go through those games. You know. And my wife didn't want nothing but to be a friend in Hebrew. That's all. We didn't start out after nothing. We didn't want nothing. We weren't seeking. We didn't have motives. I didn't have no motives and no attention for my wife. I didn't have that. I didn't need to have that. You know why? Because me boy, she girl. Men stupid. It's men stupid. They is. It's certain things that boys and girls do. If you leave them around long enough, it's certain stuff that they get an attraction to do. Do you understand me? So that ain't nothing. I never had the harp. I ain't never had the harp on that, Sister Jerky. I ain't never had to have that as my mission. I never had to do that. Because my mind wired different. She's a girl. And I know something about a woman. A woman knows she likes in the first 2 or 3 minutes. The first 5 minutes top, she already knows she likes it. She already knows she's attracted. She already knows. Girl, I know your mind. I know the mind of a woman. I know the mind of a woman, girl. Trust me, your dad was in the your dad, well, look here. You can't fool, I can't be fooled. The wisdom of Yah. But you gotta have restraints, even in that. See, the only thing, the difference between a woman and a woman got a better poker face than a man. A man don't have a poker face like a woman. Different poker, yeah. When you're playing cards, it's gambling. When you're playing cards, you can't show if you got a good hand or a bad hand. You got to keep the same face.
Oh my goodness.
You can't have something in your hand and you have a tendency to start shuffling the chips when you got a good hand. If you ain't got no good hand, then you pat your feet. All kind of different things. See, men don't have a good poker face. A woman will sit there with a trashy hand, and since you can't sell cards, she'll keep betting and betting on that trashy hand, and the man be like, well, I bet she got a full house. Now I'm throwing my hand in, and she lay her cards down, and she ain't had nail soup. She ain't had nothing good, and you sit there looking stupid. Believe this. Listen to the book. Let's get out of here. Let's close this one. Verse 15. Therefore it shall come to pass that as all good things are come upon you, verse 15, so shall Yahweh bring upon you all evil things until he have destroyed you from off this good land which Yahweh thy Almighty have given you. When you have transgressed the covenant of Yah, your Almighty, which he commanded you, and have gone and served deities, not other. See, when you say other deities, the reason why I use other, because people are going to throw Yah in that. So I say serve deities. I don't say other. Because a lot of people, that word God, that word G-O-D, I don't use it. I say deities. So since they call him God, which is Yah, I don't say other. Because to me, that's an error of the pen of the scribe. It should read deities, serve deities. Because deities is plural. I don't need to say other. Because if I say other, then I'm throwing Yah into that conversation. Because we're talking about Yah, and if you say other G-O-D, then you reducing him to God, which God is source of power. El is El in Hebrew. But because I understand, see, when you understand the mind of the westernized mind, of the melanated people, who we call black, or whatever, it's a play on words. I understand their thinking. Y'all done beat them to the punch. That's why I don't say other. I say deities. That's why certain words I drop automatically. I drop them automatically. That's why you read me like, he missed words. No, I didn't miss them. I meant not to say them. Because I'm wide, that's what I'm saying, hardwired to the east. It's a lot of Hebrews that got Hebrew names and they wearing garments. I'll be looking at them, I'll be like, your mind's so Western. You got a Western mind. You got all that stuff, walking around with all the bangles on the head, and I'll be like, man, you ain't nothing but a dressed up Christian. A Christian in costume is what you are. A lot of them are, for real. They're not hardcore down, they're not hardcore Israelites. Listen to the book. When you have transgressed the covenant of your Abba, which he commanded you, and have gone and served deities, and bowed yourselves to them, then shall the anger of Yah be kindled against you, me. See, that's why I start saying it's going to be kindled against me, because this walk is a singular walk. And then when we as singular individuals, we do the work that Yah has said, keep his instructions, then and only then can we become a body, a conglomerate. Because see, as long as you got the foot trying to be the brain, and the hand trying to be the mouth, and the leg trying to be the nose, you can't be a body. Because that's not tightly and jointly fitted together. Body must be tightly and jointly fitted together. Then shall the anger of Yah be kindled against you, and you shall perish quickly from off the good land which he hath given unto you. And when he say perish off the good land, the reason why I teach the land, starting in Genesis, that he formed man from the earth, from the land. And the reason why I keep telling you that this is the land, because he said you're going to be destroyed off of it, is because you're going to start to live according to the will of the flesh. That's destruction in itself.